Hey everybody, so today we got a quick and easy, relatively easy project. We're going to change out the PCV and crankcase vent valves on the UrS4. So stay tuned, we'll start that in just a minute. Okay, so here you can see this is your PCV, sits underneath the intake manifold, kind of in a vertical position right under about the middle here. So in order to get access to that, we're going to take off the intake hose, and then this one sits underneath the back of the intake, so it's buried down in there. It's not a super convenient spot, but it's actually not as difficult as it might look. So I figure we can get both of these swapped out with relative ease. You know, better be relatively easy anyway. I've done a few of these recently, so it's mostly just the inconvenience of access and getting at hose clamps and things. Okay, so these are the pieces that are actually underneath the intake. These are some extras that I've got from one of my other cars. And I keep spares on hand because these do get brittle. I have actually replaced this hose with a silicone version from 034. But you can see this one still has the valve installed as removed. So sometimes they can be really difficult to get out of there if they've been in there forever. So you have to twist and just be careful not to rip your hose. And then this will go back in like so. Pretty simple. I'm probably gonna, actually this hose is in nice shape, so I'm probably gonna take this out and swap that in so that I can just kind of quick swap this into the car, and we'll go from there. So we'll get back to that car, and you can see I've got the intake hose already removed. And now, if I get the camera down in there just right, you can see, possibly. So, there's our mess of hose clamps, and that's what we need to get out. So, I'm gonna work on getting that out of there and swapping in the new one. Okay, so I've got the old PCV out of here. It is actually very oily. It's very oily underneath there as well. So this might be kind of what's going on. This could be clogged, but I'm gonna take this all apart and clean it up, and then put it back in the spares. We're going to swap in the other one, and while I'm at it, we're gonna check out that T-shaped hose and make sure it's not split, because sometimes I've seen the oil on these as a result of this hose having a split in it. So may end up doing this one as well, but it actually only took about 5 minutes to get this out anyway, so not too terribly hard, but we're gonna keep going and see what we find with this hose. Okay, as you can see, the hose is not split. That is the 034. I forgot we had put that hose on this car, so that's good. That means I'm just gonna put the valve back in. I'll clean this up just a little bit and we'll be good to go. Okay, so you can see we have this original piece out of the car, and it's pretty well coated in oil there. So definitely replacing that one. It actually had signs of leaking on the back, which is what happens. They start leaking out of the seam, and then you'll get a little bit of a boost leak. But yeah, they just are happier when that's not leaking. So the biggest problem, and yes, you are seeing double here. The biggest issue was removing the original hose clamps because it's kind of tight down in there. But once you get them out of there, just replace them with a conventional clamp. And when you set up that new valve, it's kind of clocked about at that angle. I know it's too hard to show when it's in the car, but kind of tighten your clamp on the back side first. So put the valve into the back side and then just slide it in. And if you get it at the right angle, it will pop right in. And it's a very quick and easy thing to do. So thanks for watching, and we'll have something else coming soon.